Well, how's it going, guys? It is the 17th, I think it is, if I remember correctly. Yep, 17th of November. And if you guys see my last video, that's when I made that video. But it's November 17th, and I am headed to Wyoming to go attempt to get a mountain lion. So got up this morning, made that previous video for you guys. I haven't set it out yet as of right now, but that one will be coming out, or already have came out, and then this one will come out. So, but anyway, headed to Wyoming and try and get a mountain lion. It's a pretty long trip, about 13 hours from my house. He called me this morning, told me they got good snow last night. Get down here, it's now or never if I wanted to try and get it while I was at home. This day is off. I'm also scheduled for my next days off to be there for 4 days, so if I don't get one during these 3 days, I still have them 4 days to get one. But anyways, he called me up, told me that. I was actually helping my dad haul some stuff down to Minot, so I had to unload that, drive that back to Kenmare, and then head back to Minot, get all my stuff packed, and hold on here, and get on the road. So right now I'm about third of the way there. I've already had one adventure, which I'm still living. Hopefully it doesn't screw me here, but went to go get fuel and put fuel in my pickup, and I have to barely hold the nozzle, and it takes about 20 minutes to put a quarter tank of gas in there. Tried to get something to stuff down in there to get that valve to open up, but I don't have anything. There's no stores out here, so we will see how that all goes. Hopefully everything goes well with that. Sorry about the lighting, but hopefully everything goes well with that, and I make it there safely, and we get a good hunt on. But for now, we'll just see where everything goes, and I'll see you guys here in a bit. See you later. What's up, guys? Little travel update. I am currently 53 miles away. It is 2 o'clock in the morning. For them, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. And I have driven the entire way. I'm going to get there, power slam an energy drink, and off to hunting we go. So, pretty boring drive here. Road's been good the whole way. Most of my driving was in the dark through the mountains, everything like that, but it's been a good trip so far. It's been a good drive. Do I want to do it again? No. I really hope that I get one in these next 3 days, so I don't have to come back in December. But yeah, it's kind of the update. Kind of sad here while I was driving, kind of reflecting on my bow tag that I filled here a couple days ago, and just kind of thinking about what went wrong with that hunt, what I could have done differently, and just replaying in my head the shot that I made on this deer. Now, I felt like I had my pin in the perfect spot. I anticipated this deer taking a step into my arrow being released. I thought I had it perfect, right where I wanted it, just enough room for him to step right into it. Like I said, I didn't want to stop him. he was kind of in some grass that was right at belly height, and I did not want to have to set my pin lower to, anticipate for him dropping down, especially at what I thought was 43 yards. It turned out it was 50, but 43 yards is what I thought he was at. So number one, that's, besides one other deer, that's the longest shot I've made on a deer. I've never shot a deer at 50 yards. Longest I've ever made was right at 40 yards on a little 4x4. And I don't really like shooting out that far. I now know that deer will go through that drainage cross there, so I know if they're on that side of that grass that's 50 yards. And will I decide to shoot them? I'm not quite sure, but I like them in that 35 yard max, But anyway, while I was thinking about it, number one, I blame myself. I'm the one who made the shot. I'm the one who shot him too far back. But I was sitting there thinking about it, really thinking about my shot, and I know I had that pin steady where it needed to be. Then I got to thinking about it. What other factors did I have going on? And I hadn't even thought of this at all during the whole thing. That night was the first night that I had installed that camera holder on my bow, and had my phone mounted on it. I'd never practiced with that added weight on my right side. Nothing. Do I know 100% that that's what caused the shot to be further back? No, but I'm going to almost guarantee that that's the main factor. When I had my bow cradled in my hand and I released that arrow, my only thought is that extra weight that I've never practiced with, never felt there, drug my bow to the right, which in turn shot him further to the back than I wanted. But anyways, just something I was kind of thinking about while I was driving. I got 13 and a half hours so far to sit and think about these things, and it's really kind of been bothering me that that deer got eaten up by coyotes, that I had to leave him overnight. I felt like it was the right thing to do. I put a chance on the coyotes not getting to him. With the amount of coyote activity that I've seen in the last 2 months, I kind of felt like it was pretty high probability, but I just did not want to kick that deer out of his bed and have him gone forever. So with the bad shot that I made, I had those two options, and I took the option of letting him lay. And fortunately, I found him. I got to take him home. I tagged him. Unfortunately, it didn't have no meat for us to process and feed my family with. So I guess that's enough with that story. I am proud of every deer that I shoot, whether it's a 200-inch deer or a freaking 40-inch deer. I don't care. I'm proud of the deer that I shot. I'm the one who shot him, and I got to take him home. So I hope everybody kind of sees it that way. But I guess that's my bit on that. I'm kind of tired. Still got about an hour, and hopefully we see something tomorrow. Try and turn the camera on quite a bit, try and get some good footage, and keep you guys posted on everything. So see you guys here in a couple hours, hopefully. I don't know what time it gets light out over here, but we're gonna go try and find some tracks right away when I get there. So see you guys here in a bit. How's it going, guys? This is a post talk about my Wyoming hunt. What an adventure that was. I think it was well worth the drive. The guide did an amazing job, and we'll just get into kind of talking about what all happened. As you guys seen from my video, I made my pickup on the way there. I ended up getting a call in the morning. I was busy hauling stuff for my dad. Turned around, dropped off the trailer and everything, grabbed my other pickup, and headed my way to Wyoming. Long drive, took me about 15 hours going there. But got there, went straight from my pickup, driving all the way straight into his vehicle, and with the dogs and everything, and we headed out to look for tracks. Second we got out into the mountains, very first track we caught was a mountain lion track. It didn't even take us 15 minutes, and we ended up sitting around waiting till it got light out, released the dogs. And that first day they tracked them for, I don't even know how many miles. I think it was 7 miles back into the mountains. We ended up turning the dogs around, and they were pretty tired. They decided they were just going to lay down and not come any closer. They made it about a mile. One of the dogs actually came all the way back, but the rest of them just kind of stayed where they were at and hung out. So we ended up getting the horses, trekked on into there and found the dogs, got them back to the vehicle, and that was kind of the end of my first day. Second day, now this is all early season stuff, so it's really hard conditions. We're not getting the snow that we need, stuff like that. It's hard to track these mountain lions. Second day, we got the snow that we wanted, but we got it too late in the morning and all the tracks were covered up. We actually found one set of tracks that day, and the dogs just couldn't do anything with it. It was covered in snow, too much snow on top of it. So second day was kind of not a real good day. And actually on this trip, I was only staying for 3 days. I had to be back so I could get home for my son's final weekend at gun season. So the second day was a pretty slow day. We only found one set of tracks, and like I said, the dogs couldn't really do anything about it. So I was kind of, feeling like this was going to be a wasted trip, but I went down there trying to get one before my actual trip in hopes that we could snag one early. But the third day started out pretty good, actually. We had gotten snow early that night, and that's kind of the conditions that you want. You want the snow early in the night, so the deer or the mountain lions are leaving tracks. There ain't snow covering it up. And actually we went around for quite a while and never seen no tracks. Lots of elk and mule deer tracks, but no mountain lion tracks. And I think it was getting to be about 11 o'clock that morning, and we came across a set of big tracks. And out there, he only hunts till about 1 in the afternoon. That way his dogs aren't out there in the dark with wolves and stuff like that. So this was perfect. We were hoping that he was going to be close, that we were going to be able to get her done. So we released the dogs at about 11 o'clock, and they ended up going about 4.5 miles up into the mountains. And we thought, this whole time this is going to be a disaster unless he makes it all the way to the other side of the mountain. So we ended up going around the side of the mountain to where the dogs were at and catching up with the dogs. Figured it was going to be a little bit too late. He'd actually was headed right at private. So we got the dogs back in the truck, and we're pretty much calling it a trip at that point. Well, as we were going back across, we caught up with the tracks with this mountain lion leaving off of that private land going back onto public. So he released his dogs again, and as we watched, the mountain lion turned itself back around and was headed directly to where we started that morning. So we figured this was going to be a pretty crazy adventure going up into these mountains after this lion. So as we watched the GPS, we noticed that he was going directly to where we started. We ended up kicking back around, going to the other side of the mountain range, or the mountain itself, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I'm not from there. I live in North Dakota. So we made it around that to the other valley, and actually got right back to where we started. And this mountain lion and these dogs, which is incredible, went that 4.5 miles the one direction. That mountain lion spun back around and came dang near 4.5 miles back towards us to where we started. So we ended up treeing it, made our way out there, and successfully harvested this mountain lion. I'll show you guys the video of it. I kind of have a couple little clips here and there and stuff like that, but it all happened so quick and it was getting so late that we didn't want to bring the camera and stuff out there. We just used our phones. But here's the video, here's some clips, and then the video of getting the mountain lion. So hope you guys enjoy this. It was an adventure for me. Never been up in the mountains doing any kind of stuff like this. Mainly it's been whitetail and stuff like that for me. So this was definitely an adventure for me. I had a good time. We got her done on that first trip, early trip, with very, very hard conditions for trying to get a mountain lion, but we made it. I appreciate everything that guide did for me while I was there. I appreciate what them dogs did, what they can do, and what they did is just beyond anything I can believe. So hope you guys enjoy the video. It's not a very long one, but hope you guys enjoy it. I'll see you guys later.
Here dogs, here dogs, here dogs, here dogs, right here, right here, right here, right here, right here, right here. There. Here dogs. Come on. Here, right here, right here. Right up, right up.
Get her, Roxy. Yeah. Hit him again. Reload, reload, reload. Hold on. He's gonna fall. Oh no. Come on, get your leg out. No. Hold on. No, no, you're good. Yeah, fucking hit him again right there. Got him again. There you go. Okay. Yes. He is dead, buddy. Yeah. All right.